we will get started. All right. So welcome everybody to this week's Pink 15. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you giving us 15 minutes out of your day. My name is Janelle Giesinger, and I'm just letting you know that we will have two other lovely guests here to share their stories with you. And put your email, please. Oh, good. I have people putting their email in. Putting your email in there. If you have not won on a Pink 15 before, I'm giving away a $10 Amazon gift card. So tonight we're going to hear from the lovely Kelly and lovely Meghan. And I'm going to put Kelly on the spot. Are you ready?
I guess ready as I'll ever be, right?
You are. You're going to be fabulous.
Alrighty. Hello, everybody. My name's Kelly. I have been an ambassador with Plexus for 9 years. Actually, tomorrow, I believe, is my Plexiversary. I fell off for a little bit. Nothing more reason than life. Lost my parents, and 2 years ago, I quit my bartending job to take care of a lot of medical for my daughter. So I'm jumping right back in. I want to work this business and not go back to a full-time working for somebody else. So a little bit of the benefits I'm seeing actually right now, jumping back in with this reset, was kind of the thing that put me on, I want to say, it gave me the momentum seeing my results. I've asked Janelle to post, if she can post a picture of my results there, if you guys can go into the chat. That was 3 days straight on the reset. I wanted to jump right in, and that right there gave me motivation. Over the past 2 years, I've gained 30 pounds, changing from a job where I worked or walked 5 miles a shift, and then I would go home and walk 4 miles, to now I'm driving Lyft and Uber, sitting all the time. So gained 30 pounds, and menopause and life. I'm actually trying to live life a little because I've raised all the kids on my own. Anyways, long story short, put on the weight, and seeing this, seeing the results right here from the reset jumped me right back into wanting to get fully involved, doing the triplex as well, take the vital biome, and basically my biggest, as noted in our picture there, inflammation. I took measurements last night for the first time since I did the reset. My neck alone is down 1 inch. I only took a few of the measurements. My thighs are down 1.5 inches, and my rib cage, I think, was down 1.5 inches. I need to do all of them, but just some amazing results. I remember years ago it helping, but back in the day, I didn't have trouble with weight or any of that. Menopause kicked in. So the energy, I end my day walking on the treadmill, usually for 2 to 3 hours. I get on it anytime my day winds down, basically, and I'm on it until 11:30, ready to go to bed. And then I'm back up at, 6 or 7 in the morning, fully energized. So it's just been, it's given me the motivation to take care of everything with my health as well. Menopause. I don't have any other symptoms for menopause, honestly. It's just the weight gain. So I've been lucky in that sense. But the energy, the inflammation, and I am down 8 pounds. So it's really got me motivated to push it for everybody else. It does work. It's not a miracle. You have to work with it, but it is an aid, and it will work for you as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And I dropped Kelly's before and the after 3-day reset in there so you can see. And Meghan, I love that because you cannot suck in back fat. Like we can't.
And I did not know my back looked like that.
We don't. Like
My daughter took my picture, and I was disgusted. I'm not that person because I've always been athletic. So I was like, whoa. And to see the 3-day results, I still look at that daily. And I'm like, wow,
Motivation for sure.
It is.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate it so much. Okay, we are going to hear from our lovely Megan.
Thank you. So my name is Megan, and I started Plexus, maybe 7 years ago, 8 years ago. My son was a baby, so yeah, it must have been 8 years ago. Anyway, I was a super skeptical. I'll take the FDA approved drugs only. Thank you very much. But I was watching my friend Janelle, who's the one that's hosting this call. And she's going to talk about her story, but she has Hashimoto's. And I was like, aren't Hashimoto's people supposed to be really tired and really puffy? And she's 10 years older to the day than me. And she could run circles around me. And I was like, fine, I need what you're on. And I saw my friend Whitney, who's also on this call somewhere, posting Testimony Tuesday. And I was reading every one of them. And so it took me 9 months before I decided to try this stupid pink drink, and I was going to get my money back in 60 days when it didn't work. And instead, what happened was, probably it was like 3 months in, I had a doctor's appointment, and my doctor took me off my blood pressure meds. And we have a strong family history of heart disease. And so I had been on them since my mid-20s, and I just assumed I'd be on them for life. And I thought he was a little irresponsible for taking me off of them. But took me off the blood pressure meds and said, I don't think you need those antidepressants. And again, strong family history, thought I'd be on it for life. Just a chemical imbalance in my brain, right? Just need my meds and I'm fine. And so that was eye-opening. And then for me, I didn't really lose much weight in the beginning. Then I started like, saying no to donuts and wanting to move my body and sleeping through the night and waking up in the morning, like, because I'd always press snooze. And I was like, I guess I'll get up because I was just awake and done sleeping. And so all of that kind of combined, I started eating healthier and moving my body, and I got down to high school weight. Excuse me. And so I was like, okay, ideal weight fixes everything, right? So I'm good. Thanks for the jumpstart, Plexus. And I quit. And immediately, I mean, immediately, my husband and I went for a hike and I was vomiting in the bushes because my blood pressure was so high. So immediately back on blood pressure meds. And within 6 months, deep depression. And my husband said, you were so much happier on that pink stuff. Why don't you try that again? And I did. And my doctor took me off blood pressure meds and off antidepressants and asked me where she could get this. And so that was kind of an aha moment for me. But I started reflecting the other day about how I used to live, like prior to that, because a lot of us come to this for more energy and weight loss, but we neglect to think about all the things that we've been struggling with. And from the time I was a child, I got regular sinus infections, and it was in the 80s, and my doctor gave me antibiotics every time I had a sinus infection, and I thought he was amazing. And probably a lot of those were viral and shouldn't have used antibiotics, but whatever, messed up my gut, didn't know better. And then birth control, for 20 years, and that messes up your gut. And so I didn't know. And then kidney infections, UTIs and kidney infections. I mean, like at 19, I had a procedure to widen my urethra to see if that would stop my kidney infections because I got so many of them. And then that was always followed by a yeast infection chaser, right? So I always knew, like, when one was coming on, like what pill I needed. And so I knew what quick cares were the fastest and the cleanest. And it was just my life, just, regular missing work and going to the quick care. And, eventually they were like, you don't have to pee in a cup. We know, and here's your prescription, right? So that was just my life. And maybe you relate to that, or some other, thing that you're struggling with, but I certainly did not expect Plexus to impact any of that. And I haven't had a UTI or a yeast infection in 7 years. And we've lived in this house in this town for 4.5 years. And I haven't gone to a quick care once. I haven't, had anything that, needed any drugs for. And the doctor, you know, I have an annual checkup and the doctor's like, keep doing what you're doing. So honestly, I feel better at 47 than I did at 19. And that sounds crazy, but it's the truth. And I just want that for everyone. It's more than weight, you know, it's like it's freedom from all of that and freedom from the shame that I felt from napping all of the time and wondering what was wrong with me and not having the energy to do things. It's just, yeah, I'm able to live life, you know, and not have that shame. So it's helped more things than I could have imagined.
Thank you, Megan.
Thank you.
It has. Oh gosh, your story too. and and she quit and she came back. So that's pretty amazing. So as she's mentioned, I am diagnosed with Hashimoto's. That is a label. That is not how I live my life anymore. 10 years ago, though, I was a miserable person. I was tired, beyond tired, that I would drink a half a pot of coffee in the morning before I'd leave for work. I'd leave for work at 6:30 in the morning, and I would drink at least another half a pot while I was there. I usually would leave about 2:30 or 3 in the afternoon because that's how my work schedule was. But by 1 o'clock, if you guys are sitting at a desk, I was like this, just about to bounce my head off the desk. I was exhausted. Um, then I'd get home, you know, we do what we do for our evening, and then I'd go to bed and I could not sleep. I was the worst restless sleeper. Then I would wake up the next morning and it would start all over again, rinse and repeat. I had thinning hair. I had weight gain because I had no energy. Like I couldn't do anything. It was really difficult. My wake up call was when I tried to walk to the stop sign at the end of my street and I was puffing and puffing. And I'm like, whoa, something needs to change. And so I got diagnosed. I went to a doctor, got diagnosed. I fired 3 doctors before I got to the one that would listen to me because I'm like, I don't want you guys prescribing me just the next greatest thing because A, it doesn't make me feel any better. B, it's not helping anything because I still feel like crap. So, um, thinning hair, you name it, I was going through it. So I got to my doctor and he was all on board. He appreciated the holistic approach, the natural supplementation. And so every year I go back. I used to go back 6 months for blood work every 6 months. And now I go back every year. And every single year, those TPO numbers that are your Hashimoto's marker, they drop. I was greater than 1,000, if you guys know what that is. And that's just high. It's way too high when we're supposed to be in about the 8 range. So my last blood work was, I would think it was 68, 65 or 68. I always mess up that number. But every year they go down, they get better. And I honestly don't care if I ever see an 8. I feel amazing. I feel better than I did 10 years ago. And all day natural energy and better rest, I will sign up every single day for that. So, okay, on to I want to tell you a little bit about our triplex combo, which is pretty much where most people start. It's certainly where I started. Uh, well, except I insisted on buying a bag of the pink drink at retail because I wasn't going to sign up in case it didn't work. Silly me. I never asked for my money back, and I did start with the triplex. So the triplex is a pretty big deal, is what we say, and we use big as an acronym because B is for blood sugar, I is for inflammation, and G is for gut health. So we've got the pink drinks right here. Oh, there we go. You guys know what the pink drink is. If you don't, ask your sponsor. But what this is energy in a stick. This gives me my all day natural energy and I love it. Blood sugar balancing. The next one that we have is BioCleanse. This is the Mac Daddy one because I won't go without it. This is, don't let the word cleanse scare you. This is not something you have to strap yourself to the toilet to, because that's not what it is. It's gentle, it's effective, it oxygenates our everything, and it just helps flush everything out. Which leads us to the ProBio 5. Amazing probiotic, does not have to be refrigerated, has tons of great probiotic strains in it, and enzymes and antifungal, which is what gets rid of those yeasty beasties that kind of is the problem for all of our gut health. So this takes care of it, kills it off. The BioCleanse flushes it out. Okay, I'm trying to be really mindful. Oh, we're so close. So if there's anyone new that just come in, please make sure that your email is in the chat, because I will be doing that drawing. I will draw a name for that $10 gift card. And I just want to let you guys know, Plexus offers so many, we have so many more products than the triplex. That's just, like I said, it's kind of where everybody starts, and is gut health personified right there. We've got systems for weight loss, family health, skincare, and so much more. The person who invited you can certainly go over all of your options with you. They can find the right fit for your health concerns and your budget, and go over our plan. Like if you get somebody to join you, everyone needs an accountability partner, and you just grab somebody, some friends of yours to join. We have an extremely great referral program. And so because I'm a little out of time, I want to make sure that you guys get the best information, talk to the person that invited you, and make sure you join us every Thursday. We do this at 5:30 Pacific time. And there's always great people. We all have different stories, but we all pretty much started at the same place, and we address gut health. So I don't know if I mentioned it. I am 9 years on my journey, and I guarantee you there's no way I will go back to how I was living 10 years ago at all. So I will get in here in the chat.
Janelle,
I'm sorry?
can I add one more thing real quick? I forgot.
Absolutely.
My boyfriend, Jason, had his gallbladder removed years ago. Every time he goes to the bathroom, his stomach hurts for at least an hour. He did this reset, no pain. This is the first time he has felt no pain in his stomach for years. So he did the reset, and he's now doing the triplex as well. But for years, he's been in pain after going to the bathroom instead of before. And now no pain at all.
Oh
So
my gosh.
that's a big game changer for him.
It is fantastic. So let's see. Kelly, well, actually, I'm going to figure out how many people I have in here.
My patients with sensitivity, I see irritated gums and weak enamel. Sensodyne sensitivity gum and enamel. Relief sensitivity helps restore gum health and hardens enamel. I'm a big advocate of recommending things that I know work.
Let's see. All right, I've got 5 people's email in here. So Kelly,
Janelle, can you just call them out? Because I think there were some that were put, I can't see the first few that were put in. So I saw, can you just say the ones that you have in case we're missing anybody? Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. So I've got Kathy, and I've got Jason, Lisa, Katie, Christine,
for up to 24 months. Visit Infinity.
oh, and Brenda, but there's no email for Brenda, but that's okay.
Okay, so if there's anyone else that hasn't won a prize yet, put your email in or name in the chat and you'll be entered to win. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Should have been 6, correct?
It's like, mhm.
Range of flowers and the
Okay.
light of the mirror.
Kelly, give me a number 1 through 6, please, ma'am.
Cocaine.
About 4.
Spectrum.
All right. I randomly numbered. Brenda, congratulations. You are a $10 Amazon gift card winner.
Well, thank
and
you.
also- you're welcome. Thanks for joining us. So I will actually stop the recording, you guys.